We're also involved in something that, like Aisha said, is the African Village Survival Initiative, which is our movement's programmatic response to how the economic crisis is impacting the African community. We understand that, whenever, the white world has a cough, what do Africans have? I think I got this right, pneumonia. I don't know if I said complete right, but you get the gist. Like, this economic crisis, for one, is something that was something that was kicked off on the backs of African people. And I don't mean in the way that the media wants to portray it, that it is Africans' fault. In fact, it's because of the super exploitation that this system has always been involved in terms of African people that it has happened. And by that we mean with the subprime mortgage, was Africans being targeted, for and Latino people being targeted for these terrible subprime loans. And it was that sent this economic crisis, current economic crisis, to spend it all. And so already, hundreds of thousands of Africans have lost their homes. Right now, 1 in 4 Africans is experiencing food insecurity, which means they don't really know if they're going to have enough food, in a day, or they don't have enough food in a day. The jobless rate of Africans has skyrocketed. Africans daily are, and the government is making it very difficult for people to get food stamps, making it very difficult for people to get or keep their housing. And so it's a real serious problem that, that we are already in as African people. And that we were in before this crisis kicked off, and that it's going to get deeper. And so the Uhuru movement decided that we needed to be able to have a programmatic response to how it is impacting our community. And so the African Village Survival Initiative is one of the ways in which AAPDEP and the Uhuru movement are dealing with this question of how African people can get through this thing. So AAPDEP has partnered with another one of our organizations in the Uhuru movement, which is the African People's Education and Defense Fund, or AAPDEP, which is an organization of our movement that deals with economic development, developing institutions, has a long history of developing all kinds of economic development institutions like furniture stores, typesetting stores, publication, all kinds of institutions that have been built by AAPDEP over the years. And AAPDEP joined with AAPDEP to take out this program, the African Village Survival Initiative. AAPDEP's responsibility within this initiative is to build networks of African community gardens throughout the United States. We've already begun doing that in St. Petersburg, Florida, and in Oakland, California, where we've been able to organize not only community gardens. We're kicking off one in Oakland. It hasn't. It's not. It's in the works. It's on the work. It's in the works in Oakland. It's in the works in Oakland. But in St. Petersburg, we've been making it happen already. And so not only community gardens, but what we call backyard garden collectors, where we've been helping people to start gardens in their own backyard, front yard, whatever. And we share, labor. We share tools, expertise, seeds, and harvest. Because we think the question of food is something that's really important, to address, especially in light of this crisis.
If you don't have food, you don't have life.
You don't have life. You ain't got nothing.
You're going to die.
You're going to die.
That's the basic thing that you need to address, the first thing on your plate.
You're going to die.
Yeah.
It's going to be bad. And not only food, water. So we're dealing with this question of water. We've been addressing this question of water by helping to set up rainwater harvesting systems. So several of the members of our backyard garden collectives and one of the community gardens that another community garden that we're about to kick off in St. Petersburg are all use rainwater harvesting systems, which can also be used if water was a shortage for drinking water. Where appropriate, we have plans to build wells as a part of our gardening process, to give people access to water through wells. We also are addressing this question of not only food and water, but energy. And one of the plans we have in place now in terms of energy is to be able to offer workshops throughout African communities around things like biodiesel fuels, and we're planning to outfit our Hoover House in St. Petersburg with solar panels. So, and that can be developed further, but that's that's where
what
we are now.
What do we need? We need human resources.
Oh yes.
We need people who are really about what Aisha is saying, and what AAPDEP is all about, to really unite with AAPDEP. Yeah. And help us grow, help us build, and be a part of the process, because it's not enough to sit around talking about the issues, about really uniting with something that's already organized to get it put in place. And AAPDEP right now, we feel like the program that we have in place is something that everybody should want to get down with, especially because I hear y'all on YouTube talking about it, right? But especially, that's what you're about. Yeah. You got to put in the work. You got to really build for African people, not only here but around the world. And if we combine our resources and really put in that work, it's gonna happen.
Yes, for real.
You know. But just want to say thank you to Dr. Aisha Fields. You'll be seeing more of her. If you go to developmentforafrica.org to find out more about AAPDEP, please do. And if you can go, where's the Uhuru Movement site? What's the
you can go to uhurumovement.org.
uhurumovement.org.
uhurunews.org. That's a good one.
Yeah, Uhuru News. uhurunews.org.
Yes.
I'm
sorry, uhurunews.com.
Yeah, .com. If you want to buy a Burning Spear paper, we got them at the Uhuru houses.
Yeah.
In St. Petersburg and in Oakland. I got some at my house. If you close to me in Maryland, if you're in Hyattsville, DC metro area, you want your Burning Spear, holla at a sister. Yeah. I'll get you when it's only $1. But yeah,
you can go to Burning Spear Uhuru Marketplace.
There you go, and buy and get it there too. All right. So thanks everybody for watching.